Hey team, I hope you're having a great Wednesday. Hope you're having an awesome day. Hey, we shot this podcast today and it really got me thinking. We're bringing back the Strong Side podcast, and me, Nate, and Bree sat down and we talked about 2022. And we talked about what are our goals for 2022, what happens when it gets challenging. You know, everything was cool a month ago and now you're a month in and like, oh man, this is way harder than I thought it was going to be. And you still got to settle into what you committed. All right. So, hey, I'm super excited for you to listen to it. It'll drop pretty soon. But you know, it got me thinking. It got me thinking about like in 2022, in January, when you have all these goals and you start meeting resistance, you start trying to execute the goals, and then life happens and it gets a lot harder than what you thought. And I try to go back to the basics and the fundamentals and like, what are the things you need to do? And as funny as this sounds, I would encourage you, and I'm almost giving you permission to do it, to go act like a 5-year-old. Because the cool thing that you can learn from kids is how obsessive and relentless they are in what they want. I mean, like when you were a kid, all kids, they're focused, man. If a 4-year-old wants some Skittles, that kid wants some freaking Skittles. And ain't nothing gonna get in the way of them getting their Skittles. And as kids, we set these big goals, these big targets. I want to be an astronaut. I want to take over the world. I want to be Superman. You don't really care what it costs, what it takes, you know, the grind to get there. None of that matters. You're just after the goal. But as we go through life, we're told, you know, hey, this is too crazy. You're doing too much. You need to lower your expectations. You need to lower your targets. You're too wild. So I feel like when that translates into resistance in life, we stop. Hey, my goal in 2022 is to go to the gym 4 times in a week. Awesome. So you do it the first week and you realize how much you had to change your life to do that and how challenging that was to make it happen. Oh, resistance is harder than I wanted it to be. Let me quit. Hey, I'm going to start eating some salad. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to eliminate sugar. This is hard. Let me go ahead and quit that. No, that's not how it works. The reason you're not doing stuff is because it's hard. So you got to do hard things. The more hard things you do, the better off you're going to be. But when you think about these kids, man, they're so focused. I want it and I want it now. Like when the internet connection breaks on a tablet, there ain't nothing else in the world that kid's focused on except mom, dad, get my internet connection back on this iPad immediately. And they're going to do whatever it takes. They don't care what it costs. They don't care what it takes. They don't care about how much they got to cry. They got to scream. They're getting attention. Hey, I have to do this. Why do we lose that so much? Like the older that we get, why do we lose that focus? I'm not asking you to scream and cry. I'm asking you to have the same focus. Be that laser focused in on a task, because you had it. You had it when you were a kid and we all had it. And then we started losing it. So when you look at 2022, when you look at your goals, when you look at the things that you're trying to challenge and accomplish, when life gets hard, when, you know, that 5-year-old kid can't have Skittles, like, what are you going to do? You got to stay focused and lasered in on your mission of what you want to accomplish. So I would encourage you to do that. I would encourage you to do whatever it takes. Think of it like that little kid. Have that little kid mentality. Be like, no, I'm going to get this done. Take that much energy and push it in there. And just, dude, act like a 5-year-old. I love it. All right. So we're going to drop the podcast soon, and it'll be all about how to stay focused on your 2022 goals. But really, man, just lean in. Lean in. When life gets hard, do hard stuff, but just stay focused and be relentless. Let's rock and roll.